This conversation is a Q&A from our recent Superfood Garden Summit, where I had the opportunity to sit down live with herbalist and educator Kami McBride after her presentation. So Kami has spent decades teaching people how to bring herbs into everyday life in simple, practical ways. In this discussion, we answer questions from attendees about growing, harvesting, and using herbs, along with tips that can help get even more from your herb garden. So I hope you enjoy this conversation. If you'd like more tips like this, please subscribe to our channel and we'll keep things coming at you. Let's jump in.
So, but
Very
I'm
fun.
super excited about 10 years, Denise.
I
This is so
know.
incredible.
Isn't it
And
awesome?
all these, I've been watching I just learned so much from the last presentation. It's like we've all just upped our game in the last 10 years, right? It's just,
For
it's
sure.
amazing. Congratulations on this.
Oh, thank you. I know that you do a lot of these events as well, so you know what it takes to
Yeah.
to do
Yeah, it's
all
a
of
lot of
this.
work, but it's so worth it.
It
We
is.
can, it's time to really, it really is time to up our gardening game now, right?
For sure. So I know you've been in this space inspiring people to learn how to utilize their herbs. Oh, I had my lavender on my desk with me yesterday, but I don't have it in here. Speaking of herbs that are calming, right? Lavender is one of my favorite. But what do you recommend for people to get started? Because it can be overwhelming.
Yeah, so what I recommend where I recommend beginning first, and it's not about like becoming this great, herbal gourmet cook or something, right? I've been teaching families for almost 40 years, and there's a lot of perfectly done things on Instagram, and it's not about that. It's about what people will actually do and what has passed the non-compliant and the kid test. Right, and so that's what I have been working
Mhm.
on, and so it can be very, very practical. And so where I recommend starting is with where you're at. And so it's like permaculture, stacking function. What are the condiments? What are the pantry preps? What are the staples that you already use, right? You use oil, you use vinegar, you use butter, right? You use all those things. And so instead of doing something extra, you just start to infuse all of those condiments, those daily things that you use, with herbs. It's really simple. So you start, so in my refrigerator every week I make an herbal butter. I just pack butter with herbs and almost everything. You're just trying to get herbs into your food as much as possible, so you make your herbal butter. The other thing I do is I mince up a bunch of fresh herbs from my garden every week, and I just have a big old fat bowl. So this week I have my parsley and
Mhm.
my mint are just going off, right? So I have all this pre-minced parsley and peppermint. So that goes on my scrambled eggs. It goes on any meal, really. Any lunch or dinner or savory meal, you can just garnish. And the thing is that these garnishes are full of enzymes, and so they're really, really good for you. The other thing I do is I just dry my herbs. Can you see? And just
Beautiful.
put oil. So everybody uses olive oil, right? So if you're going to use olive oil, you
It
might as
wants to
well have
blend
herbs
in.
in it. So you
Yeah.
dry your herbs, and I mean, this has rosemary, it has lavender, mint, bay, coriander, all stuff from my garden. And and then I have other oils, like I have a basil oil. It's hard to see. I
Wants to
have a
blend in.
basil oil, and I have a cayenne oil.
Oh, wow.
And so you just start putting your herbs in vinegar. I have my nettle vinegar, right? So you start putting your herbs into the things that you're already using. So vinegar you use for salad dressings and marinades. You throw a splash in your water. Um, and then the other thing I do is I always you make your own salad dressings and stuff them with herbs. None of this like quarter teaspoon of this and a quarter teaspoon. No, it's like 2 tablespoons of this and a quarter cup of garlic chives, and just stuff your stuff with herbs. And then the other thing that you do is I make a sauce every week. I make like a chimichurri or a pesto, and this is a chimichurri with garlic, chives. What did I put in here? Parsley and mint, right? And this goes in the refrigerator for the week. And so now I have like 5 or 6 ways to just layer herbs into my food that I don't have to do something extra, right? Because it really is about being easy. And so I can, with my pesto and my garnish, I can just be throwing herbs in to everything, no matter what I'm making. That is how you get started. So it's
Awesome.
not complicated. You start with, you have parsley, you have, what you have in your garden
Yeah.
or what you have in your spice rack that's simple and that you like. If you've been around me at all, I always say a carminative at every meal. These, your aromatic spice herbs, your culinary herbs are the bridge to your nutrition. Okay, so your sage, rosemary, thyme, oregano, savory, bay, horse. Who else has horseradish that's going off right now? Oh my gosh. Peppermint, chives. These herbs are all carminatives. Okay, so carminatives increase the flow of blood and energy and oxygen and help you digest
Mm.
all that kale. Kale can be hard to digest. You're all
Yeah.
those leafy greens that are so good for you. You are what you eat, but you are what you digest. And
Yeah.
these worker horse plants of the world, your chives, right? Your thyme, your sage, these plants, they are your rosemary.
I love all your show and tell.
Your rosemary. These are the carminative herbs that are in your food for a reason, because you're growing all that great homegrown, organic, full of love, full of nutrition food, but it's about how well you digest it. And we have an epidemic of gut issues in this country, all over right now, from all the poison we've been exposed to. And you need carminative. They are the bridge to your nutrition, and you're being able to digest your garden.
I love how you integrate this into everyday life. And two things that I've heard you talk about in the past is like the water station, and also like how you've done like the shaker bottles on the table with different herbs. Like you just have really figured out how to make it a way of life.
How can you really get your kids into this? How can you really get people using all this so that you're not the Lone Ranger, so that things taste good, so that you're getting these fresh enzymes with every meal, so that carminitizing and just all the enzymatizing of your food becomes even if you're, so I even say, even if you're like bringing take home or eating out of a can, okay, this is the time to add those fresh herbs, to add those enzymes, of all the things that are pre-mixed, right? Or your sauces. You can energize even food that's a little bit more dead than what you're, cooking from scratch out of your garden, right? And so one of the other ways that I really work on, thing that I'm really working on now is like, look in your garden with your family or whoever you're doing it with and see what you're going to celebrate, right?
Love
So your garden turns the wheel for you, right? Like, what's turning the wheel for you
that.
right now? Of the year, is it the lavender coming into bloom? Is it, so like for here, blackberry season is high holiday. It's just like pie making time. You got to have a party. We make ice cream, and also St. John's wort. It's high holiday. It's peak summer. For 38 years, we have celebrated and harvested and made medicine with this plant. So you can't honor, and celebrate all of the fruits, but is there one that's for this year, or is there one that every year that really deserves a party? Right? We give a party when the pumpkins happen. We put a candle in the pumpkin.
Yeah.
Right? So we, instead of letting Hallmark define our holidays, it's like it's really, how do we define our festivals? How can we reclaim our holidays that are based in our garden, that are the foods that we grow? They're like, wow, that the roses are so beautiful. They deserve me to make a little cake. Let's have a cake. Let's have some cake and look at the roses together. So it's like, what is it that we can create culture with around celebrating what's happening in the garden?
Wow, I love that.
We already do have it, the people that have apples, there's all kind of like apple pressing
Apple
parties, things like
festivals,
that.
yeah.
But I think we could use a little bit more of that.
For sure. We definitely need more happy in this world. So why not celebrate our garden? So what's one herb that you personally couldn't imagine living without? I'm sure like you just mentioned like 50 different herbs, right? If you had to pick a favorite, like you have to pick a favorite
Well, I
child
think the
kind of
favorite,
thing.
it really partly has to do with what season it is. Am I trying to keep the colds away? Am I trying to stay cool? So that does change from season to season. And that's really good reason to download the gift that we have for this, the herbs and spices for summer, right?
Hmm.
Because it's not just about your favorite herb, it's about what's your favorite herb for the season. And in summer, we need to cool down and we need to temper the heat. And so I have a summer favorite right now. And, because like this is kind of an example is, turmeric is the most Googled herb right now, right? Everybody's like taking turmeric for their inflammation. Well, you start taking like 3 pills of turmeric 3 times a day, turmeric is warming and drying. And if you start doing that in the summertime, it's going to exacerbate whatever's going on because it's going to increase the hot and dry nature of summer in your body. Okay. So if you want to take turmeric, you need to like put it into a soup or you need to add it to a drink. You need to temper the heat. And so that's why it's like, yeah, I love turmeric, but I love turmeric in the winter actually. And so you want to start thinking about that. And again, that's why the download that goes with this that is available for everybody right now, right? The summer herbs and spices through the
Hmm.
seasons, Denise.
Yep.
Um,
Lauren just put that link in the chat feed so everybody
okay.
can grab that.
This is so good because your favorite herb right now is an herb for the summer. And it's just like you naturally do it with your food. So if you were at a buffet, would you pick out beef or lamb stew right now when it's not really, when it's hot, when it's starting to get hot? No, you'd go for like the lemongrass, whatever, or the the cucumber, or right. You'd go for
Hmm.
some, or you'd even like a plate of watermelon sounds better to me right now than a beef stew. So it's the same thing. You transfer that innate intelligence of trying to stay in balance with the hot and dry of the summer, or depending on where you live, it can be really moist in the summer too, um,
Yeah.
into the herbs, right? And so for summer, my favorite herbs, I love lemongrass because it's just got a nice, refreshing, it's easy, it's got a refreshing, it's very cooling. And I also like lemon balm,
Mm.
Melissa officinalis, which, as you know, it wants to take over the world, kind of like
Yeah.
oregano. And it will, within 3 years, it'll be in every corner of everywhere you can see, even in your neighbor's house a mile up the road. So you just know that once you get that in the ground, it's true. I planted that one time in my garden, and my old time neighbor up the road who'd been there for 50 years, he's like, Cami, I got this plant up here I've never seen before. I'm like, oh
Oops.
yeah, okay, that's my fault.
Yeah.
Lemon balm, it will go anywhere. But so the lemon balm, it has a cooling, it's cooling. And also spearmint, your mint, spearmint is
Mhm.
a very cooling herb. And also this time of year, my actually roses, roses are medicine. They're cooling, they're calming
Mhm.
to the nervous system. You make a tea with it, or you dry them and you put them in a little pouch,
Mm.
and you put this in your bathtub. One of the ways to bring your garden deeply into your life is to put them in your bathtub. And if you don't want a big mess, you put them in a pouch. You put your mint and you put your roses in a pouch, and you take a bath with
I
your
love that.
herbs. And we could all use a little cooling and calming right now. And the teas and everything are good, but you taking a bath with your oat straw, your spearmint, your roses, your elderflowers. Those are all cooling summer herbs. And you start putting them in your bathtub, and it's like you learn so much about them because people are like, oh, I feel so overwhelmed. Well, just start bathing with your herbs because you're dipping your whole body in it. And
Wow.
so you really see the color, you really smell the aroma, you feel it all over you everywhere. This is one of the great ways to learn herbal medicine, is with herbal bathing.
I think that's a good homework assignment for everyone here. If you have a tub tonight, grab some of your favorite herbs and take a bath. I love
I
that.
plant I plant herbs specifically. I have a whole couple beds that are just for bathing herbs. I love to
Wow.
bathe in rosemary for circulation in the winter.
when you were holding up the pouch, I was also thinking like a car air freshener. You could hang that probably in your car or different herbs. Beats
Yeah,
one
you
of
can make
those
these
fake.
pouches and you can keep them with you. You can keep them in your purse. I have some in my car. They
Yeah.
can go in your drawers, lavender,
Yeah.
dried to make things smell fresh. And this is a great herbal medicine dispenser.
Yeah. Simple. Well, so you've taught thousands of people over the years around herbalism and how to incorporate into your life, like so many great tips that you gave today. But what's a common transformation that you often see with people that you work with?
Well, it's true. I'm almost hitting 40 years of teaching. So I have the very good and in the same area, and I have the very good fortune of knowing the kids and now even the grandkids of my students.
I love that.
And what is the greatest joy for me? I just is to see the kids and then to see the grandkids using herbs. Like I'm very close and to many of my students and visit them. And I really inspire my students to start medicine circles where you make medicine in groups, not just by yourself. And so I have a lot of medicine circles that I get invited to. And it's so incredible to see the kids making their own salve and doing, there was recently one of the kids had a fundraiser for their school and they made lip balm, they made an herbal lip balm and they were selling it for the fundraiser. And just all the classes that I've seen the moms create for schools. I have several students that have now have curriculum implemented into their junior high for many years, herbal curriculum. And so it's those ripples in our community so that our kids don't just see us doing it, but they see it reflected back in the world through other people and other projects. And I just see that like, it's like ripples in a pond. It just, you don't really know when herbal medicine is a big wide world. You don't have to do it all. And you just do what warms your heart and serves your family and your community, and it will have an impact. And that's the most beautiful thing to me is seeing the school gardens. I've helped start
Mm.
many herbal gardens in schools, and to just see those gardens flourish and to
Yeah.
see the students making lemon balm lemonade at the school gathering instead of serving, ice chests full of just whatever
Sugar.
soda.
Yeah.
Those are the things that I go, okay, this is why we're here. This is why we do this, because this is about reclaiming our culture, reclaiming our food, reclaiming what we drink. So, because when you do that, we eat and drink, to enjoy, but to also be healthy and then therefore feel good and live the best life we can, right?
Yeah.
So making it joyful, the herbs just add a layer of joy and nutrition and beauty and interest that yeah, it just takes everything to another level.
I think getting plugged in with things like your book. I know like I can listen to you and then it's so easy like, oh wait, what'd she say about this thing? So, either the book or I know buying courses like I know you offer some courses, people are buying our summit package. And I think we have like three of your past presentations. We have 60 presentations in it. And I think we have a few of yours in there because it's just so valuable and it's just a way to like revisit and keep learning. So it is part of your
Your
everyday life.
summit package is so worth it. The gardening jewels that are dropped in that. I mean,
Mm.
I've been on your summits and with you for, almost the entire
Yeah.
time. And I watched the summit myself because I learned so much because I'm a gardener, I'm an herbal gardener, but there's always something to learn from somebody else. And I learned something I have always
Mhm.
learned. And I'm going to get the packet. I'm going to get it. And yeah, I love it. And I don't, it's not like, oh, I got to sit down and watch another course. I have it playing in the background when I'm cooking dinner, right?
Yeah.
I have it playing in the background when I'm organizing things. It doesn't have to be this like, oh, I got to watch a course. Like just play it like music. Just have
Yeah.
it playing in the background like music. That's how I do it.
Yeah. I also do it when I'm driving. I don't watch the video. So if it's one I need to watch, I don't do
Oh,
it.
okay. Or when you're driving, yeah.
So it's a great way to do it.
Kami has such a gift for making herbs feel simple, and she's just one of 15 expert teachers from our Superfood Garden Summit, and you can watch every one of them completely free. Here's a quick look.
What if you could wake up, step into your garden, and harvest fresh greens for your morning tea, for your breakfast, for your family, all year long? Welcome to the Superfood Garden Summit. 4 transformative days designed to help you grow your own food and your healthiest life. Hosted free every year by Grow Your Own Vegetables.
Now, the best of a decade of teaching, all of it yours to watch free in one 48-hour window anytime you like.
On day 1, you'll build the foundation, turning food scraps into rich compost, creating living soil, and using no-dig methods that make gardening easier every season. On day 2, you'll grow abundance, high-producing vegetables, fruit trees, and perennials that feed you year after year with less work. On day 3, you'll learn how to use your harvest every day, turning herbs into wellness remedies, preserving the flavors of summer, and bringing your garden into your kitchen. And on day 4, your garden goes beyond the bed. Discover how growing food can improve your health, connect your community, and nourish the people you love.
You'll learn from 15 of the most trusted teachers in regenerative gardening, herbal medicine, and home food production. Names like Charles Dowding, Ocean Robbins, Seja Popham, Kami McBride, Matt Powers, and many more, each sharing one practical, transformative lesson. Hosted by Denise, owner of Grow Your Own Vegetables, on a mission to help 1 million new gardeners grow their own food.
By the end of these 4 days, you'll know how to build healthy soil, grow more food with less effort, turn your harvest into everyday meals and remedies, and create a garden that truly supports your life. Whether you're just starting out or you've been gardening for years, you'll walk away with simple, practical strategies to grow more, waste less, and feel more connected to your food, your health, and your home.
Get instant access and watch all 4 days of content together, free in your own 48-hour window. Your free access is waiting. Visit growyourownvegetables.org/summit. That's growyourownvegetables.org/summit and start watching today.